Yes, good evening, students. Yes, good evening, Ms. Poonam. Yes, good evening, everyone. I hope so I'm audible.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. So I think we'll continue the last session. Let's wait for a few minutes. So let me share my screen with you. So I think we have started with the strategies in the last class. Yeah, corporate mission, I think we have completed. Okay, next topic we have to start now. Yes, students, my screen is visible now, I think so.
Yes, sir.
Waiting for 2 more minutes, I think. Let's everyone join in. 6:05 sharp, we'll start the class. Yes, friends. So I think let's start now. So, as I think we discussed in the last class about the vision and the mission of the company. Okay, what is vision? What is mission? And we have also covered up about the strategical aspect of organization. Okay. Now the next part we have to start about defining strategic business unit. Okay. Now, first of all, we need to understand about what do you mean by strategic units, first of all, because I think if you remember, we discussed SBUs in the last class. Okay. So SBUs are basically nothing but whenever we talk about a particular company and its various offering. Okay. According to their, you could say, market, according to the product which they are offering in the market, their customer base may also vary. Okay, because if you talk about, like, example, a Reliance. Okay, Reliance is basically holding a lot of SBUs, I think. When we talk about, say, telecom, retail, gold, electronics, we talk about, you could say, refineries, sports. So what we are doing right now, a particular company may able to bifurcate their customer base or bifurcate their targets or bifurcate their, say, customer group on the basis of certain characteristics. It is simple like segmentations. Okay. So the first and foremost thing is the defining strategic business units. It means that we have to divide our customer base or our, you could say, organization and its offering on the basis of this customer need, customer group, and technology. I hope so it is clear. The first point. Yes, students, I hope so it is clear, everyone. Haji.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So, second point, diversification growth. Okay. Now, when we discuss about diversification growth, it means what? The existing company running their product, selling their product into the market, what exactly the company do? They actually diversify. They actually, you could say, think about opening a different unit, opening a different venture by the same, you could say, umbrella. Like Reliance is basically coming with the same umbrella. We talk about Tata Groups offering a number of product in the market, but the same, you could say, umbrella or same brand name, we can say that. Okay, so if the company finds that, is there any existing opportunity or is there any existing untapped market through which the company may become, you could say, more attractive, company may offer those customer segment as well. So that is basically the part of your diversification growth in order to grab new opportunities. Okay, like if you talk about the examples, like how the Tata is initially actually launching their product only for industrial, you could say, vehicles. But later on, Tata recognized that the customer utility vehicle and customer utility, you could say, segment is also very, very crucial. So what they did, they actually not shifted actually, they actually diversified their product offering from industrial vehicles to customer utility vehicles as well. Okay. So as you can see, a drastic change nowadays, how the Tata is working in the market. So that is again the one of the example of diversification growth. Any other example, please, from your side? Yes, students. Any other example regarding diversification growth? Like we talk about Maruti as well. How the Maruti basic companies and Maruti Nexa. Okay. So Nexa is basically altogether different variants when we come to diversification.
So like Flipkart diversificated into groceries. Initially, it was not, there was a segment of groceries.
Perfect. Like same with Amazon as well that we can talk about. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, very good. What else? Any other example from the students, please? And the students. Yes, students. Any other example from your side? No? Any other example from your side, please? Like Tata is again one of the most, it's a very good example if we talk about. Okay. We talk about Future Group. You know what is Future Group, I think? There's Big Bazaar, then with Lifestyle. Okay. These are all are the basically the venture of Future Groups only. Okay. Mahindra, if we talk about how the Mahindra is working in the market. Okay. Yes, students, please kindly confirm. Is the examples clear, I think? Any other example from your side, please? हाँ जी.
So very long time back, banks were initially served as a depositing of money and mutual funds, all etc. But they started diversifying into home loans, car loan, gold loan.
Yes, yes.
SBI and all other banks.
Very good, very good. Yes. Diversification approach. Like recently, you can see that how they are selling the other products as well. Okay, like when it comes to insurance, when it comes to merchant banking, there's so many things out there that we can cover up in that. Okay, very
they
good.
have entered into this investment sector also, tips and all that.
Yes, very good. Yes, definitely. Yes, perfect, perfect. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Poonam. So I think that is about diversification growth, the one of the important strategy for any company to grow their business potentials. Okay. Corporate structure. Now, when we discuss about the corporate culture, the corporate culture is basically all about the gist, the soul of any company. Like I think recently I've given one more example to you about Tata Industries, how Tata is basically the industries which always think about their employees, and you get the value of Tata nowadays, how people are actually eager to work with Tata. Okay, so that is a very good, say, important example. The culture, the reflection of any company's policies, reflection of company's top management conduct, reflection of the you could say top management support to their individual employee, not a group of employee, individual employee, and how they are actually concerned about their, you could say, members. That is again the part of corporate culture. Like you talk about, you could say, IT companies, if we discuss about like Accenture, if we talk about how the Accenture is basically supporting the community growth as well. Community means, because if I don't know whether you remember or not, because Accenture is a company which is basically supporting a particular sector or particular society people. Okay, when you talk about, you could say, LGBT community. So that is again the one of the example that how a particular company is supporting a certain people in their organization so that they can work freely, they can work openly, and according to that they always feel actually you could say participative in the organization. Anji. Yes, students. Any other example? Yes, students. Any other example, please, about corporate culture? Because journey of any company, like Reliance, if we talk about how the Reliance journey has started from the very background to the, you could say, the boom which have they have achieved in their life. Like we talk about you could say the journey of Byju's, how the Byju's has started, and what is the journey of Byju's as of now in the market. They are actually creating a different, you could say, thought process when it's come to the industry.
TCS.
Yes, TCS definitely. So I hope you understood. Corporate culture, nothing but basically how the companies are basically sharing their experiences, the stories. Stories mean the journey of a company, their belief, their values, their ethics, their norm, their vision, their mission. Each and every single component always define their culture. Culture means their soul, their reflection to the people of the country. Clear, I think, everyone? Yes, students, please kindly confirm. Is this clear? Yes,
Yes,
students.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
sure. Now, the next one we have marketing innovations. Now, when we discuss about the marketing innovation is all about the unique thought process, the distinctive thought process. And according to that, the company actually may plan and may actually compete or may actually create their USP in the market. Okay. Now, when we discuss about the innovation or innovative marketing ideas, that may definitely come from their marketing team, their think tank in the company, because the think tank and the you could say the R&D of the organization, they are the major, you could say, uh, what I can say, influencer, or they're the major, you could say, support system in the company. And success story of the company may also depends on the innovative practices or innovative idea how the company may generate able to with the help of their marketing team. Okay. In this case, you can see that the first and foremost thing, identify and encourage new ideas. It means that in the company, there should be some, you could say, participative, you could say, culture. In that thing, the companies actually may provide or may give a freedom to the employees of the organization to think differently, to come up with their ideas, what changes we need to incorporate. That everything will come under marketing innovation. The first part, identify and encourage new idea, means it is all about the participative, in you could say, approach of the management toward their employees. Second come under which is called scenario analysis. Scenario analysis basically is all about the company always must need to ready with their strategies, with their plans. If a particular strategy won't work, if a certain contingency occur in the company, in those cases, if certain situation appears, what is the backup plan of the company in order to compete with all such you could say challenges in the future? Okay, like recently we see that the cutthroat competition by the organization in the market, like when we discuss about Apple launching their product, iPhone 12, iPhone 13. Similarly, the other companies are also waiting for their you could say product in order to compete in the market. Okay, like we discuss about any vehicle segment as well, how a particular vehicle is being launched by the company, and parallelly the other companies are also waiting to launch their product in the market in order to compete in the same segment. Okay, are you getting my point, please, students? The scenario analysis is basically the plans, the strategies, and encouraging new ideas. It's just nothing but the participative approach of the company when it's come to invitation or when it's come to giving an open hand to the employee of the country, sorry, company, in order to come up with their ideas. So that is your new ideas, encouragement, and scenario analysis. Any other example, please?
So like a Kaizen.
Kaizen, yes, very good. But I think Kaizen, what I know about, they are actually working on the thought process and how the dimension and the thinking process of the company can be changed by all such practices. Okay.
Okay.
What I remember, what I know about Kaizen actually. Yes. Anything else, please? An example of scenario analysis and new idea encouragement. Yes, students. Any other example? Of scenario analysis? I hope you understood what we're discussing right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Now the next part is about evaluating and selecting segments. Now what is segment first of all? Whenever we are dividing the population on the basis of certain characteristics. Okay, like for example, if we are dividing the customer base on the basis of age, income, tastes and preferences, occupational status, culture, language, whatsoever. So whenever we are dividing a particular market, and on the basis of that, we are serving our product in the society. Okay. Now, the segmentation may be done on these three basic ideas or three basic portions. The first one is called your full market coverage. Means the company is serving and catering and fulfilling the need of the market by providing the products which will fulfill the need of each and every category of employees, or you could say almost each and every category of the employee of the market. Like example, like we discuss about the, you could say, multi-brand stores like Lifestyle, Shoppers Stop. We talk about you could say H&M. Okay, what these companies are doing, they are basically covering full market in order to provide the apparels for all category of people, you could say, working. So what this particular full market coverage is all about, when a particular company is covering the requirement of each and every category of people in society and serving their products to them. Okay, what else? Hanji, any other example of full market coverage? Yes, students? Anyone? Full market coverage. I hope you understood. Full market coverage means serving the product to almost the category of people in the market. Hanji, any other example, please, of full market coverage?
Sir, I'm asking this question on individual form. I mean, the individual form of full market coverage, or it's in a public-based form?
It could be both actually, because when we discuss about the companies like the brand like Lifestyle and Shoppers Stop, they are actually providing the segment of apparels only. Okay, so in apparel, they are covering the full market to cater the need of each and every age group.
So then we can say the supermarkets, which all the stores in it open for the public service, can also be an example of full market coverage, because it is having all the brands and all the materials required for the public.
Yes, definitely, we can say that, surely, because that is the range of grocery section, and they are actually serving the products to the customers. Yes.
Sir, I have one question to ask.
Yeah.
Sir,
Sure.
whether traditional form of markets which existed in India for, are those the example of full market? Because
How come like traditional business?
the public demand.
No. How come the traditional business? Which traditional business we're talking right now?
Sir, I'm speaking about the traditional market.
No, how you will define traditional market first of all?
So he wants to say the markets like of retail stores or
Yes.
cloth markets.
Yes, cloth market, utensils market.
Exactly, sir. So
That he wants to say, sir.
Yes, but I think what we can consider, because like for example, if the retail market, if we're talking right now, okay, let's suppose cloth market, utensils market, gold market, in a local city, if you talk about, they usually, if you talk about an individual particular person, they are only dealing either in multiple segment or a single segment. They cannot cover full market coverage.
Sir, online market is also in full covered market, no?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Like we talk about sports companies, okay, how the sports company like Nike, Adidas, they are actually catering the need of sports requirements or utility for all category of people. You talk about Decathlon, okay, how Decathlon is basically serving the full market coverage when it comes to sports utilities. Clear, I think?
Yes, Reliance store.
Yes, Reliance Store, definitely. Because what we can do, either we are talking about a company serving a segment or a company serving many segments, like Reliance serving, I think, many segments. When we talk about when we talk about, you could say, telecommunication, they have a different customer base of Jio. When you talk about apparels, Reliance Trend, they have a different customer segment. When you talk about Reliance Jewels, they have a different customer segment. Reliance Refinery having different customer segments. So you can see that is again one of the part of example of full market coverage. Clear, I think? Full market coverage. Hanji.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now the second part is called multiple segment. I mean, they are not covering full market, but they are only serving at least 2 or 3 segments in the market. Any example? Yes, anyone?
So like in Lucknow, there is Sahara Shopping Mall, which covers only in apparels and food segment.
Okay.
There is no other segment. Or restaurant is there. All these only 3 or 4 categories are there in that.
Fine. What else? To talk about, I think, Philips. How the Philips is dealing in kitchen essentials and grooming. Only multiple segments they have. Kent, multiple segments only. 2 or 3 segments we can say. You talk about Jockey, multiple segments only, not full market coverage. Okay. I hope so you understood. Yes, students, clear, I think, multiple segment. Any other example from your side?
Puma.
Pardon?
Puma.
Okay. But how the Puma can be multiple segment?
Sportswear in footwear.
Okay. Fine, I think so. Now, when we discuss about the last point, single segment concentration. What does it mean, single segment concentration?
It covering only single segment.
Like example, Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes.
What else?
Shakti Bhog Atta.
Pardon?
Shakti Bhog Atta.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you. Okay. What else? Only single segment.
Colgate toothpaste.
Colgate. But I think Colgate is backed up by some other brand.
Nokia also, sir.
Definitely
Nokia?
Nokia we can consider. but Apple may be in multiple segments because they have actually segment of mobile phones, laptops, you could say desktops. So definitely there is a two different segment they have created. Okay, when it's come to offering.
Dell,
Intel, yes, Intel. If you talk about Dell, yes, definitely Dell may come definitely.
The IKEA, sir.
Hanji?
IKEA, sir, the furniture market.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Good. So I hope you understood this part as well about the evaluating and selecting segments. The segment may be categorized on these three categories. Hanji. Yes, student. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Next point now. Porter's 5 forces model. What about this Porter 5 forces model? Basically, the Porter has given the 5 basic reasons behind the active approach of the company in order to sustain in the market. Because this Porter 5 forces model are the strategies of the company in order to face these 5 challenges. Okay, the first one is called rivals. What is rival, first of all? Rivals means
The competitors.
the competitors. Okay, so first and foremost thing for any company, that whenever they are actually existingly available in the market or they wanted to enter into the new market, they have to analyze about the competitors available in the market. Okay, and how these competitors may impact the proceeding and the profitability of the company. Okay, second point is new entrants. New entrant, nothing but an existing company running in the market, and how a new entry of a particular, you could say, organization may affect their business. New entry. Third point is substitute products. Substitute means when the customer having some alternative available. Like for example, if I'm going to, you could say, go for Domino's Pizza, but Domino's Pizza was closed on that day, or the test is not up to the mark, or it is not available, I can switch to Pizza Hut, or I can switch to any other brand. So whenever we have very close substitute available in the market, if that product is not available, I may purchase the other competitor's product. Buyer power. Definitely when we discuss about the buyer power is basically all about the negotiation of the buyer. Because whenever a particular customer is purchasing any product from the market, they always actually negotiate with the company. They always want certain discounts from the company. So negotiation power or the buyer power is again the most crucial, you could say, aspect when we talk about the assessment of the company's strategies towards buyer negotiation or buyer power, to actually select their pricing strategy or pricing methodology accordingly. The last one is supplier power. Supplier power is basically all about whenever we are running in a sector, in a company, where the input from supplier is always play very crucial role. Now that input, you could say, maybe in terms of raw material, maybe in terms of any outsourcing services, maybe in terms of any industrial products. Okay, so supplier power is basically all about input from the supplier and how the supplier's attitude and suppliers, you could say, inputs may affect the company's profitability in the long run. So we have 5 basic, you could say, a component through which an existing company may actually decide or design their strategies in order to compete with these 5 major attributes. Any example, please, of any point, whether it's come to rivals, whether it's come to substitute power, substitute products, buyer power.
So explain once the new entrants.
New entrants.
If you talk about rival Amazon and Flipkart,
I think I am not able to hear you properly. I think
Flipkart and Amazon rival company.
definitely yes. New entrants, I think I'm discussing again. When we talk about new entrants, it is nothing but, like for example, recently Tesla is going to come, Citroen is about to come in the Indian market. How that new entry of these vehicles may affect the existing automobile sector in the market. Clear? That is new entry.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Anji, any other example from your side, please? Yes, I think Soni Kumari, please kindly mute. Yes, friend. Any other example from your side? Yes, students, please kindly confirm.
Any cooking oil when enters into the market. So the benefits, they provide many benefits over the cooking oil which are already in market. So the consumer switches over that new brand.
Yes, like
it is good for heart and anything all.
olive oil, canola oil, a lot of things are there in the market nowadays.
Yes, sir.
As compared to traditional, you could say segments. Very good. I hope so it is clear. This 5 studies of Porter. Very, very simple. Yes, students. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Next one we have strategy formulations. Okay. Now, when we talk about this strategy formulation, the company always actually decide their strategy in terms of 2 major components. The first one is called your Porter's generic strategies. Okay, these strategies may be of 3 parts. The first is called cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Okay. Second one is called your strategic alliances. Okay, then when we discuss about the first part right now, that is called your Porter's generic strategy, it is called cost leadership. Now, when we discuss about the cost leadership, it means that these companies having the advantage when it's come to manufacturing cost of production, and these companies are basically may provide the product in the market on the lowest price possible in order to gain the competitive advantage. Okay. An example of cost leadership, the lowest production cost.
Reliance Jio.
Yes, very good. Jio may be the example. Because they have an advantage of cost leadership. But right now, if we can see that Jio do not have any cost leadership actually, because almost it is similarly matching to the Airtel and other companies' product. Initially, we can say, because they were working on the cost.
Yes, initially, I'm saying initially.
Yes, perfect. What else when it's come to cost leadership?
The LED TVs.
Yes, like example.
So, like in January or in December, so this Sony beated the market by lowering the cost.
Yes, very good. We can say that like completely we cannot consider cost leadership, because basically when we talk about cost leadership, the major component which comes under cost leadership is all about how the company can actually start their production units, and because they have an advantage of resources as well. Like even you talk about various companies, those who manufacture local products. Okay, like when we talk about, like if I talk about my locality, we have you could say that Mahakosh Group. Mahakosh Group basically, because in MP we talk about the soya bean is the major, you could say, crop production, and soya bean manufacturing and the production of oil of soya bean is very, very high when it comes to MP, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so the advantage of this company that is about a particular local company if we talk about, and how they are actually producing the product or they are manufacturing certain products in order to take the cost advantage and providing the same soybean oil into the market at the lowest price possible. It is called cost leadership.
Can we include cost leadership in Redmi Mobile?
Yes, definitely. Like we discussed about the example of Micromax, I think it's again the Indian company, how they are actually achieving the advantage of cost leadership in the market. Even like we discussed about the example of Maruti as well, how the Maruti having advantage of cost leadership as compared to the other companies' products. Clear? Hanji. Any other example of cost leadership, please? Any other example of cost leadership? Like you, anyone, like you might know about the in-house brand of any company. Like we talk about Shoppers Stop, they sell their in-house brand, in-house apparel brands. We talk about this Walmart. Okay, that is about best price stores. How the best price store is basically selling their own products. Like what example brand name is not recognized right now, but what they are doing basically, they are creating their in-house brand in order to compete with the international or the national brands. Okay, so these are the basic example how the company can achieve the strategy of lower cost of production, and definitely they can sell the product on the lowest cost possible. Clear? I think the first part.
McDonald's can also be the example.
McDonald. How come? I think cost leadership. Yes, students. Yes, Raksha, I think. How come the McDonald may be the example of cost leadership?
6 बजे तो निकले, चप्पल भी टूट गई।
Miss Sony, please. Yes, students. Cost leadership. Any other example, please?
Sir, like groceries.
Yes, groceries like DMart if you talk about.
Like now they Flipkart sale in Flipkart groceries. Like Flipkart sale at 1 rupees 1 kg sugar. So it's come under cost leadership, I think.
Very good. Like even we can consider one more example of like Indigo is providing their services when it's come to flights, and they are providing the services on the low cost as compared to other airlines.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any other example? How big? I think I just want to know. Yeah, please. Chandrabhushan, your voice is not clear, I think. Anyone else? Any other example of cost leadership, please?
So for McDonald's, it's offering the fast food meals at low prices.
Yes. I just want to know elaboration. McDonald's, very good example of cost leadership, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Good. Like we can consider this example, I think, so far better for you to understand as well. So when we come to cost leadership, that is about MACD, we can say. What else? We talk about Air Asia in India, actually. Air Asia or Indigo. Okay, how they are providing the cheapest services when it's come to air travel. Walmart, I think I given the example. DMart.
Himalaya products.
Pardon?
Himalaya products. So they are competing with the Hindustan Lever.
Yes, we may say definitely.
Yes, so because their products are sold because of low cost and
Yes, absolutely correct. Okay, now we'll move to the second part right now. That is about your differentiation strategy. Differentiation basically is all about how the company can actually differentiate their product and services as compared to competitors. Like we talk about Jio and Airtel, how the Airtel is basically competing with Jio when we come to the quality of service. Okay, so Airtel, we can say. What else?
Sir, the Starbucks,
Yes, very good, very good.
they provide unique coffees.
Absolutely correct.
Hero and Bajaj.
Pardon?
Hero, motorcycle and Honda
Okay.
motorcycle. There is too much gap between the price of both quality of motorcycle.
Okay, fine. Let me talk about Apple iPhones. Again, it's a differentiation strategy we have because they have a different operating system, different, you could say, designs and features if you talk about as compared to any other brand in the market right now. Hanji. MG, Morris Garage, I think discussed it last class as well. Differentiation strategy they are working on actually. Hanji.
Hello, sir.
Pardon, yes, please.
Actually, my question is from cost leadership. If anything was sold in low cost with certain terms and conditions, then it is also included in low cost leadership.
See, definitely, like as you discuss about the certain conditions on that, a low cost leadership basically is all about like when we are competing in the similar segment and you're competitor with as compared to competitor, if you're selling certain product on the same quality but on the lowest price. Why so? Because the input cost, I will remember, input cost is low for that particular company. Input cost advantage maybe for those who are even manufacturing the in-house product, or the resources which they have are easily available to them. So that may be the advantage, the basic concept behind cost leadership. Like Walmart.
Yes, I agree with this point, but my question is that just one student will say that Flipkart is selling the atta or any product in 1 rupee. But there is a certain terms and condition that if you purchase total cost of rupees 700, then only you can get the sugar or any item in 1 rupee. My basic, what I am want to clear is this what I purchased in 1 rupee is covered under the cost leadership.
No. That is again actually it is the promotional strategy. That is not a cost leadership. Yeah, please. Hello? Yes, please continue. Because like recently, if you the example of right now with the Big Bazaar, okay, the Big Bazaar, if you'll purchase the 2,500 rupees of items, you will get 500 rupees of vegetable free. So that is not a cost leadership. That is a strategy how they can actually increase their sales volumes. Okay.
Okay. Now it's clear because one student has given an example of 1 rupee of purchase of atta from Flipkart, so I need some clarification.
No, it's okay. It's completely fine. Whatever doubts you have, definitely we can discuss in the class. Sure. Thank you, Chandrabhushan. Okay. Hanji.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Last one, I think we have focus. Now, what about focus? Is basically when we discuss about the USP of the company, okay, and the concentration of the company for a particular segment of the people, okay. Now, these concentration may be a narrow market segment as well because they are only serving their product to that specialized customer base. Like focus.
Like hospital equipment.
Yes, very good. Industrial equipment, hospital equipments, yes. Because their segment is very different. Hanji. Because make sure one more thing, this focus may be either cost leadership or may differentiation, or a combination of both as well. Okay, because in the case of hospital equipment, they are focusing on differentiation strategy or might be cost leadership as well. Okay, so focus strategy basically is a combination of cost or differentiation, or it could be any one of these as well. Okay. Hanji. Any other example, please, of focus? Because the focus of Johnson and Johnson is only on baby products, no other products they are launching in the market. Okay. So that will come under, you could say, focus strategies. Okay. Hamleys, because they are not working on cost leadership, but they are working on differentiation strategy. Clear, I think, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So is this point clear? I think this Porter's generic strategy: cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Okay. Next one we have strategic alliances. Now, when we discuss about these strategic alliances basically talks about how the company are basically coming together or joining each other in order to become more competitive. Okay, like example, when we talk about this particular strategic alliances, how the Tata and Sky strategic alliances, in order to, you could say, serve, because Tata having the customer base, Sky and the technology. Same Maruti Suzuki, how the strategic alliances are there when we come to serving the product to the customers. How we talk about Tata having this particular, you could say, Jaguar, which they serve in the market with the collaboration with Tata only in Indian markets. Okay, then Unilever. Okay, Bharti Walmart. What else?
Hero Honda also, sir.
Hero Honda, like now they separated, but yes, Hero Honda we can consider. Even Mahindra Logan was there, but now they have separated. Okay.
VI.
Yes, Vodafone Idea, very, very good example. Strategic alliances. I hope so it is understood now, everyone. What is strategic alliance? Everyone, please kindly confirm. Is this Porter generic strategy and strategic alliance are clear? Yes, students, please kindly confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Next one, I think SWOT analysis. It is very common for everyone. I think everyone knows about how to do SWOT analysis. That is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Strength of the company, the USP of the company, which is internal to the organization. Weaknesses, which is basically the internal lacuna of the company. Opportunity and threat, always external. Opportunity means how the company can actually grab the opportunity in order to sustain in the market as compared to competitor. And threat, what is basically lagging behind in the company, which may become a potential threat as compared to competitors. I think this part is very clear to everyone because it is common topic SWOT analysis. Whenever we need to analyze a company, an individual, or a country, on the basis of their strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats, that will come under SWOT analysis. I hope so, student. Is it clear? It's very, very simple.
Clear, sir.
Sure. Now, next one, we have program formulation and implementation. Now, what about program formulation? Means designing the strategy first of all. Like, say, for example, if the company fails in order to implement their strategy. Now, in order to, you could say, revive your strategy, in order to, you could say, regain the market trust, in order to, you could say, rebuild your brand image, what the company do? The company go for program formulation. And company always actually design their strategy on the basis of cost and volume. The cost which they need to, you could say, incur, and the value which they want to create to the customer whenever they will utilize their product and services. So program formulation and implementation is all about how the company re-strategize, rethink about their strategies if they fail in the future, and how they can actually effectively implement their strategies for the near future. Like this is an example of Bata, how the Bata has started a traditional Indian brand when it comes to footwears, suddenly dropped down because of the competitors. But now again, the Bata is coming up with their variety of product in order to attract, in order to regain their market trust or market value in the Indian markets. Parle-G, again one more example. Nokia tried, but still they have failed. Okay.
Snapdeal.
Pardon? Snapdeal, yes,
Snapdeal
yes,
e-commerce.
yes. Myntra, Snapdeal, I think the companies still they are actually not having that much market share or that much market composition as compared to other competitors.
Right. So Mantra is affiliated with Flipkart, but Snapdeal is still individually
Individual,
working.
yes. Hanji. Clear, I think so, this point as well. Program formulation and implementation. So let's move to the next one, feedback and control. It's very simple that, because whenever we talk about any market changes, customer expectation, customer requirement, you always need to take a particular review, a feedback, an opinion, a word from the users, so that you can actually make certain important changes into your company, and according to that you can control the future course of action of the organization. Clear, I think, everyone? The feedback and control. Yes, student, please kindly confirm. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Then we have product and service differentiation. I think we already covered about what is product, what is services. The very simple topic we are covering now, the difference between product and services. Okay, just have a look, because we have already covered up this particular topic, and then we are done with this topic as well, strategies of the company, how the formulation of strategy may take place. Please have a look. Any doubt if you have, let me know. Because we have already covered up about
Hello.
yes, Chandrabhushan, please.
Can you clear homogeneous and heterogeneous?
See, homogeneous basically when we talk about, because product may be homogeneous. You are purchasing Colgate from the market, and total student of the class also use the same product actually without any changes. But heterogeneous, the services from hotel, from any network if you talk about, from any you could say housekeeping if you talk about, that may be different on a particular day. So services may be heterogeneous, but goods are always homogeneous.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes, Smriti. Doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Is this clear? I think so, student. We have already covered up this part. I think it's very simple as well. Haji.
Yes, sir.
Then one more bifurcation. I think we have the product differentiation. I think it's not required, and service differentiation, because there's a bifurcated form. Because product may be differentiated on the basis of form, feature, customization, durability, performance. I think we already covered up all these points. Okay, in the classes. Okay, same with the help of services. Any doubt, please, in this slide as well? The product and its differentiation on the basis of certain characteristics.
So what is conformance?
Confirm performance means assurance from the company in terms of output, or you could say the effectiveness of the product. Confirm performance, like you are purchasing a particular you could say medicine, or a particular, you could say, a course or a doses to reduce your weight. Okay, so in that case, what is the guarantee that the performance would be confirmed, that I will reduce my weight of 5 kg after 1 month of time? Confirm performance.
And sir, repairability?
Repairability means is it possible that the product may get repaired? Okay, you must have some service center, or you could say some repair center in the system. Like for example, there are certain product, once it is damaged or once it is not working, okay, so then that product, you could say, may not get repair again, and you need to replace the product rather to repair it.
Change the product.
Yes, sir, change the product completely.
Okay.
Like use and throw products are there. You use it, once it is done, so throw it. China product we talk about always. Certain Indian brand,
Okay,
you can get it repaired.
Yes, Chinese use and throw is not repaired, no? Not repaired.
Sir, what is durability?
Durability is basically the what we can say, up to what extent, lifeline. Up to what extent the
Life
product
of the product.
would provide you the similar effectiveness what you purchase on the very first day, like electronic items, okay, vehicles, furniture, anything may come under durability as well. Okay, up to what extent the performance of the product would be similar what you have purchased on the very first day or day one of that particular procurements. Haji, is this point clear? Haji.
Sir, please confirm what is a form. Please give me an example.
Yeah, sure. See, form is basically the physical existence. Okay, form, like if you talk about the varieties, like for example, if I'm talking about a vehicle, if I'm purchasing right now, a vehicle, if it is new, the form and the performance and the mileage would be very different. If I'm purchasing a vehicle for 2 to 3 year old, the form and performance would be different. Okay, like if I'm purchasing a medicine or any product, which once it is new, the effectiveness and efficiency would be different. Okay, but if I'm using that product after 1 month, after 2 months, after 3 months, the may be possible that the test or the existence of the product may get changed a bit. That is form. I hope so it is clear. Form with the actual presence of the product in the shelf, or the shelf life we talk about, I think so.
Okay.
Yes, for example, you have purchased one you could say one cold drink, or you could say one fruit juice from the market 1 month back. The test on the first day was different, but after 1 month, when you again have it, The test was very different. The form means the presence of that particular product was very, very different.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Any doubt to anyone, please, in this points? The differentiation of the products?
All clear.
Perfect. Now, last one is the services differentiation. Ordering ease, customer consulting, delivery and returns, maintenance and repairs, trainings and installations. Ordering ease means whenever you want to purchase a product, how easily you can order when it's come to food order, groceries, clothing, whatsoever. Customer consulting, the advice, the consultation, the guidance to the customer, which may differ because it depends on the requirement of the customer. The consultancy services may also differ. Delivery and return, there are so many companies, those who actually serve in logistic, and they serve to the customer when they come to their products. Okay, so that will come under delivery and returns. Installation, very simple, I think so. There are various companies, those who are providing services of installation of plumbing, electricians, air condition. Okay, there are so many services when you come to installation as well. Pest repair services as well. Okay. Trainings, very common example, because training services may differ from group to group, from day to day, from person to person. Maintenance repair, definitely it depends on companies, you could say policies. According to that, the company may provide some maintenance and repair services to their clients. Okay, everyone, please. It's very, very simple.
Yes, yes, okay.
Perfect.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So now the next topic we have, that is called consumer behavior, that will start from tomorrow. Right now, I'm just giving you again one more class activity because I have received almost all the answers, but actually the answer I will share you today, okay, for the last class activity. And today we are going for some MCQ based questions. Okay. So first of all, we are going for a short break of 10 minutes, and the 7:20 sharp I'll just send the mail to everyone. Okay. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, sir.
And tomorrow we'll start the consumer behavior, and one case study will start of this particular strategy which we have covered up. Okay. So just we'll get back to 7:20 sharp. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So do we have to leave now or keep logging?
No, you can. It depends on you. I will just give him permission to get admit as well. No worries. Okay.
No worries. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, students. So I think I'm just sending you a mail round, and I think I can see some other students like Rajesh is there, Alicia Chaudhary, I think. Rest, I think everyone having, I think, provided their email IDs. So Rajesh Prabhakar, I think, am I audible? What's your email ID? Please tell me. And Alicia Chaudhary, because I'm just sending the mail now regarding that class activity of MCQ based test. Yes, students. Shall I send, I think now, everyone? Students, am I audible? I think so. Please kindly confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, you are
I'm
audible.
sending now, okay? Yes, I've sent now. The second activity of the class of marketing management, that is MCQ based test now. I hope so you might have received it.
Not received yet.
Yes, yes, wait, I think. Just refresh, I think, once.
No, sir, I had not received.
Wait, I think, for 1 minute. I think I have already sent from my side. Just kind of
Yes,
refresh your
received.
receipt.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just refresh
Just
your.
received.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Please start and do one thing. After each and every MCQ, the answer column is there. So answer A, B, C, D, or whatsoever it could be. Just give your answer and resubmit it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. Because I think I have already required for a contact number as well, because I will create one broadcasting group, and whenever I have to send any books to you or any notes immediately or any case study to you, I'll send on that WhatsApp numbers. Okay. So kindly just fill all those details which is mentioned on the form. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. Yes, students. So waiting for your submissions now. I hope the questions are clear as well to everyone.
Sir, can you little bit clarify question number 2?
Question number 2. A minute. Chimney Sweeps employs people to clean fireplace and chimney in homes and apartments. The firm is primarily the marketer of which one of the following? Yes, you have to give the answer. Because it's a company, Chimney Sweeps. They are actually engaging in the cleaning of fireplace and chimneys in homes and apartments. What type of services or marketing, you could say, activity they are actually going for? A good, an idea, a service, an image. Give the answer. We'll discuss definitely, because I can't actually give the answer right now. Just use your brain, give your best answer. Definitely we'll discuss later on.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, have you received my mail?
Just let me check, I think. 1 minute, please. Yeah, Raksha, received. Yes. Poonam,
Okay.
yes, Poonam, yours too. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
friends, I think you please submit your answers before 12 o'clock today, okay, for this particular test. And tomorrow we'll start the next topic, that is consumer behavior. Okay. Yes, friends.
Sir, done.
Done. Okay, sure, perfect. Okay, just submit your answers on the same mail IDs. Okay. And we will discuss tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sure, everyone. So, any doubt to anyone from today's session, please? The topic which we have covered up. No, students? Any more queries?
No, sir, no query.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. And we'll catch you tomorrow at the same time now. Okay. Thank you so much.